The reality no priest will explain out loud. When you die, something happens that almost no Catholic is prepared for. Your soul does not rise immediately. You don't face God instantly. You don't float peacefully upward like the movies show. Instead, you enter a place between. A zone so spiritually dangerous that saints and mystics only whispered about it, because this is the exact moment Satan launches his most violent attack. Not for your body, not for your memories, not for your sins, but for your direction. He knows the soul is shocked, disoriented, weakened, and unstable. This is the realm where a wrong reaction can damn a soul that lived Catholic its whole life. Welcome to the battleground Catholics ignore. Part 1. The first step into the in-between is violent. Death is not a gentle exit. When the soul leaves the body, reality becomes distorted. Hearing feels like thunder underwater. Vision becomes too sharp. The world looks far away, even when it's in front of you. Time breaks. Moments stretch, then collapse. The body looks dead, but you feel more alive than ever. This is the first shock. You exist, but the world does not respond to you anymore. The soul feels dislocation, floating panic, a cold wind without temperature, the sense of being pulled out of your own face, an emptiness inside the body it once controlled. It hits the soul like a slap. I am not in the world anymore. This is the moment demons rush toward, because confusion is the soul's weakest state. Part 2. Why Satan strikes immediately. People imagine Satan plans attacks for sinners. Wrong. He saves his most brutal attack for the people who believed they were almost saved. Why? Because a shaky Catholic is easier to drag than a convinced atheist. At this moment, the soul is shocked, unprepared, desperate, unsure of what is happening. Spiritually naked Satan knows the soul is still tied to the world, still thinking like a human, not like a spirit. So he attacks with memories of sins, regret, fear, shame. God won't accept you. You're not ready. Go back, go back, go back. Dark figures that feel familiar, whispers that mimic your own voice. And the soul, confused, reacts the wrong way. This is the trap. Satan cannot touch the soul, but he can influence the direction it chooses. Part 3. The spiritual gravity that reveals the truth. The soul suddenly feels two opposite forces. One, the upward pull, light, clarity, presence, a feeling of being recognized, a magnetic peace, calling your name too. The downward pull, heaviness, dread, emotional collapse, darkness that feels like it knows you, a shadow pulling like deep water. This pull is not symbolic. It's literal spiritual gravity. The soul's entire moral life becomes weight. Sin becomes heaviness. Virtue becomes lift. Fear becomes chains. Trust becomes wings. But here's the nightmare. Nobody tells you. Fear pulls harder than sin. Trust lifts stronger than holiness. This is why Satan whispers fear. Because fear drags faster than hell itself. Part 4. What the place between actually looks like. This realm is not imagination. It is not hallucination. It is not heaven or earth. Mystics described it consistently. Some souls see a tunnel that curves into fog, a gray horizon with no sky, a coldness that watches, shapes moving just outside your vision, shadows that look like people you knew, a silence that feels alive, a distance where light moves but slowly others feel, a warm pull in one direction, a soft voice saying, "Come," a presence standing behind the veil, light waiting but not forcing. This place feels thin, like reality is a sheet of glass, and something on the other side is touching it with a fingertip. The soul realizes, this is the last time I can choose anything. And that terrifies Satan. Part 5. The demons of the in-between. These are not the demons of temptation, not the demons of nightmares, not the demons of exorcism. These are the demons of despair. Their job is simple. Break the soul in the first minute before clarity arrives. They whisper, you wasted everything. You failed God. You said you believed, but you lied. You're disgusting. You're lost. You're done. There's no forgiveness now. And the soul, drowning in shame, turns away from the light. Not because it hates God, but because it feels unworthy to approach Him. That single mistake is enough for the demons to drag the soul in the wrong direction. Part 6. Why angels can't drag you upward. People think angels pick up the soul like a child. No. Angels defend, angels guide, angels fight, angels protect. But angels will not force the soul upward. Because love cannot be forced. The soul must. Desire upward. Lean toward the light. Whisper a yes. Take even a tiny spiritual step. Once the soul chooses the light, even by 1%, the angels move instantly. This is why demons attack the soul's desire, not its freedom. If Satan can break the desire, he doesn't need to touch the soul. It sinks by itself. Part 7. The Door of Judgment. When the soul finally leaves the in-between, no excuses, no arguments, no pretending, no masks, no lies. For the first time ever, you meet the truth of what you are. Judgment is not God yelling, it is God revealing. And in that moment, the direction you took in the in-between is the direction you keep. The upward souls are pulled gently into mercy. The downward souls fall into justice. The wounded souls enter purification. But the initial direction, fear or surrender, often decides everything. This is why Satan attacks the in-between harder than he attacks your entire life. Because once you pass it, hell can't touch you again. Emotional ending, plus CTA, short, sharp, heavy. Most people think death is silence. Most people think judgment is instant. Most people think they'll figure it out later. They won't. The in-between is real. The battle is real. The pull is real. And the direction your soul chooses is the last choice you'll ever make. If this opened your eyes, like, share, subscribe, and comment, Lord, guide my soul. Because one day, that in-between place will be waiting for you too.